Hola chicos.
So you wouldn't believe what are we gonna do now?
Gonna go for mezcal tasting.
Yay!
It might be hard to believe, but we did something else than drinking mezcal the whole time while we were in Oaxaca last year. We spent about 2 weeks and we ate a lot of great vegetarian food, we had some nice trips, and well, we drank some mezcal, and this video is exactly about that. We would love to give you some ideas about what to do in Oaxaca City and how to enjoy it as much as possible. Oaxaca City, or better, Oaxaca de Juaréz, is the capital of the state of Oaxaca on the west coast of Mexico. It's a beautiful colonial city with mountains all around. It's mostly known for its perfect mezcal, for some beautiful art, and Oaxaca is the Mexican foodie destination, even for vegetarians. The best touristy thing we've done was visiting the ruin site of Monte Albán. From some tour companies you might get the information that either it is not possible to get to Monte Albán or that you won't get in because of the COVID rules, but it wasn't true. Since there is a round-trip bus from the center of Oaxaca, it's fairly easy, super cheap, and well, anybody can do it. For the round-trip bus you need to get to the Hotel Rivera. It's on Mente de Noviembre, but I'm gonna link the location under the video. There is an office in the foyer where you can buy the tickets. The round trip costs 80 pesos per person and usually goes either every hour during the weekdays or every half an hour during the weekends. The entrance was 80 pesos as well, and when we got inside the area, it was still completely empty.
Let's go up. Yeah, it's basically empty now.
Yeah. Now we're at the
South platform.
south platform and we're the only ones here. And this is the Grand Plaza.
You guys should come here.
Yeah.
If you're in the area, this is like this beautiful mountain views all around, and it's just amazing.
I think it's like 10 times better than Chichen Itza.
Oh yeah.
Like no tourists, beautiful views. Yeah, it's got everything. Just the other side of Mexico, and it's not one of the 7 wonders, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, this is much more a wonder than
yeah,
Chichen Itza. Trust me.
you have to see it. It's really beautiful.
So, made it through.
It was amazing.
It was amazing, but they're definitely not letting in just 100 people at a time.
Yeah.
It was like 100 groups probably, so it got kind of busier, but the place is big, so the people spread. So if they are not too loud, which Mexicans are, it's fine. It was
Yeah.
very nice anyway.
But definitely, if you can, like, take the first bus and come here very in the morning, because then you can have it for yourself as we did.
It was cheaper and also more fun to do it on our own. We have a comparison because we also went one tour. We visited Mitla, one carpet factory in Teotitlán del Valle, and Mezcal farm with a tasting. We booked it through Selena, and if I remember correctly, it was 400 pesos plus another 50 for the entrance to Mitla and another 150 for the buffet. The ruins weren't the worst nor the best we've seen so far. The carpet factory was actually quite interesting, and we were super sad that we can't buy any carpet because, well, we're traveling just with our backpacks. And the mezcal factory was very touristy. The mezcal wasn't the worst, but wasn't really interesting, and the tasting was just like standing on a bar, and in the end it just wasn't the experience we were hoping for. Instead of this, we would probably recommend to do a quality mezcal tasting in Oaxaca City. You can find mezcal tasting in many bars, but we would recommend to go to Etnofood, which is also a great vegan restaurant. The tasting was 300 pesos per person. Martin, our maestro mezcalito, explained the whole process behind a bottle of mezcal and chose 3 very interesting and quite unique mezcal shots for us to try. Anyhow, that slowly brings us to food. Oaxaca has something for every taste, and we'd like to recommend a couple of our favorite places. Good thing is, there is something for every budget. Let's start with the food markets. The main market is called Mercado Benito Juárez. There are not many restaurants there, but you can still find some tortas or quesadillas. But mostly it's a great spot for buying fruits and veggies if you cook on your own. Another market is Mercado 20 de Noviembre. It's very close to the Benito Juárez one. It's the main food stall market in the city. You can find lots of typical Oaxacan meals here. Of course, there is tons of meat, but you can find some vegetarian options as well for super low prices. Our food of choice here was always tlayuda, which is like crispy tortilla, and the way they serve it, in Oaxaca City it usually reminds pizza. A bit further from the city center, there is a small market called Mercado Orgánico La Cosecha. It's open only from Wednesday to Sunday. Of course, there are food stalls as well, with many vegetarian options. You can even have falafel or local beer here. When we were there, they had some weird Christmas edition, but it was still nice to try. Let's move to restaurants now. Our very favorite is called, and I will most probably pronounce it wrong, Boulanc, which is a bakery with an amazing sourdough and croissants, which are almost as good as in Paris, and also a great restaurant with Mediterranean cuisine. They have amazing and quite inexpensive pizza. I think the prices were between 100 and 120 pesos, and you can also get craft beer, biodynamic or even natural wine, and it's beautiful. Another one is called La Jícara. It's more local. They have a huge selection of beer, and there is something happening every now and then. We were very lucky to join a great concert.
Que lo que lleva no es indumentaria apropiada para una noche de enero, aunque en el fondo piense para sus adentros.
We spent more than one evening in Tastavins. This is a place to go for wine, tapas, and maybe some pasta or salad. You get tapas for every glass of wine, beer, or mezcal, and the wine starts at 35 pesos. Filemón is a specialty coffee place just outside of the city center of Oaxaca with a pretty terrace.
So one of the most typical Oaxacan dishes is mole, which is like a sauce made with many ingredients. There's also many kinds of mole, like mole verde, mole negro, like green or black, or like 5 others. But it's usually served with meat, and also it's made with broth, like broth is the base. But we found a vegetarian restaurant where they do have even like mole tasting, so we're gonna taste more of them. So we finished the lunch. It was very good. We tasted all the typical moles, and each one of them was delicious. The price was like, in the end we paid 640 pesos without the tip, so it was definitely
on the expensive side.
Yeah.
I've already mentioned Etnofood, and by the way, you can go here for a vegan mole cooking class. We tasted that mole, and I'm still very sad I didn't make it for the class.
Hi chicos! So we're leaving this beautiful city, heading back to Puerto Escondido, do some surfing, some beach flying, hopefully. I'm gonna miss this place. So pretty, so clean.
We opted for Colectivo for the trip from Oaxaca to Puerto. It costs 250 pesos and gets you from the point A to the point B in 6 to 7 hours. If you tend to get sick on bus or in car, take some Dramamine or some other pill before you get to the Colectivo, because the road is through the mountains, so it can get quite bumpy.
So we survived the trip from Oaxaca to Puerto Escondido.
Was it 8 hours now?
Yeah.
Today, I think.
It was really long because at first I thought we were gonna make it faster than when we went from Puerto to Oaxaca. But then we got flat tire.
Yeah, it started to rain, so we needed to take the bags from the top of the car inside the car, so it got even more crowded.
Yeah.
But it was fun anyway. The views are pretty. Yeah, it's very hot and humid here. It feels like in a greenhouse pretty much.
Yeah.
The first thing we heard is it's been hell the last few days here, so very hot. It's gonna be very tiresome.
Yeah, especially after Oaxaca. Now here it's still 29 and it's 9
and very humid. I think it's like 95% humidity right now. So I'm like
definitely. But yeah, one more point about the trip back from Oaxaca. When we got out of the Colectivo, we wanted to grab like local Colectivos, but we found out that when it gets dark, they stop.
They stopped taking passengers, probably. At least it felt that way. Nobody stopped, and there was very few of them, two, and they were empty, just passing by.
Yeah.
So probably they're not taking passengers anymore after that.
Yeah. So we're here. It feels like home because we already spent some time in Puerto. We even got our room.
Same room we had last time, so we feel really, just take a shower and relax.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still super pretty here. Nothing changed.
Thank you for watching this video, and if you have any question, just ask in the comments. Of course, like, share or follow will be much appreciated. And well, see you with the next one. Ciao!